Okay, let's now watch the person that
Wenn Domestos Drache erwacht, haben Viren, Bakterien und schlechte Gerüche keine Chance. Domestos, unaufhaltsam.
Schnelle und sichere Smartphone-Montage. Innovative Lösungen für Radfahrer. Unterwegs immer verbunden bleiben. Mehr erfahren auf spconnect.de.
Welcome to episode 34 of the Scaling Up podcast, a very impromptu last second emergency episode. We've got Doug and Ian here from our Pred Catches. You guys might recognize them. And we actually wanted to do an episode where we would introduce them so you guys could kind of, learn more about them. But that is not the reason we are here today. We are here today actually because Doug has been all over the news today over something that's going super viral right now. Because for those of you guys that haven't heard, Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son, tried to kill a man yesterday, and Doug was actually the one who pretty much stepped in and saved them. So we're gonna actually play a few clips first of everything that happened. And last thing I want to say for our viewers, for those of you guys that don't know, I actually trained at the same school 11 years ago, a long time ago. I know Psycho Stu personally. And so to get started with it, what actually happened to Stu? How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing, missing teeth, has no recollection of what happened, incoherent. And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put up the full story. Stu's pretty fucked up, I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth, right?
A lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that, kind of being in shock, and then I just went. Aside of that, running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made eye contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen.
So how did you end up being involved? Because from what I understand, you weren't part of that match, that segment. How did you end up out there in the middle of the ring during this match?
I just got done with my match. I was blown up, took the heat, did the shit. Then I get a whisper by somebody, hey, something is not right. I might need you to go out there and check a scenario. This guy's going to do a spot. I'm like, when does the spot happen? Oh, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Well, you want to let me know, but you're not telling me when the cue is, when is the spot supposed to happen. You're just going to let me know just in case. Right, so I'm stuck waiting for this cue. I walk out to somebody with the radio. I said, hey, talk to the back. When do you guys want me to go? What's happening? I was informed about the beer can incident actually shortly before that. They told me that they, made up, shook hands, hugged it out multiple times. So it was going to be fine, but they just want to make sure. I talked to the person out front with the radio. I walked back to the ring. I see the slam. I see the first punch, second punch. And by then I'm at people in front of me and I just start moving. I kind of wish I would have just sprung on the slam. So.
not sure if y'all tracking this, but this is the guy that jumped in the ring after the event took place from my past video.
That's right, man. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than you watch somebody you care about. He's a veteran. He's me. And these are people who are supposed to love him. And I'm the only one on the outskirts to be told to watch this, apparently. And then I'm in there and I'm battling, I'm doing whatever, trying to work this. And I'm telling the guy to calm down. And now he's trying to fight me. It's all fucked,
So them telling you to watch this and get involved, if this was supposed to be an angle, it kind of doesn't make any sense because you have nothing to do with their storyline or whatever. It seems like they kind of wanted you there just because you're the only one who can shoot, which in wrestling means for real fight, right?
It felt like it. Like how you'd use a dog. Hey, we'll send our bitch to go do this.
But the fact that they told you to watch out and, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile, that you knew had issues.
So real quick, that's the friend of Raja who brought him to the event.
That's the small cab.
Where was he at? Where was the guy at? invited him to the event.
Small ass chicken legs bitch with the cowboy hat.
So this fight, whatever you want to call it, Raja Jackson.
Attempted murder.
Right. This attempted murder, he landed like 20 something punches on him.
23.
23 punches on him. You pull him off and then he tried to go at you. So that was he trying to continue beating him even further?
I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out and all the shit that AJ gassed up into his head. Because let me put it this way. I don't like Raja. I think Raja's a shit person for what he did. But I think AJ's a bigger shit person for gassing him up to be in that fucking ring, to leading him to ruin his own fucking life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. You can't fucking tell me that's not, I don't believe in coincidence.
He was basically trying to put the blood on someone else's hands.
Exactly, because he's not going to do it himself. You know, the few little backyard fights he fucking got in where he got beat the fuck up, and then you got somebody that's a real fighter, trained by somebody that was one of the greatest of all time, and then you had him do your dirty work. He ruined two people's lives.
So what happened when you got involved with Raja? Why did he want to keep going? Well, I know his chat was like gassing him up too, leading up to it, which we've talked about.
Another reason why live streaming is toxic.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
When you're a man, you're in control of your life. If you do things for other men, you're their bitch. You are not a man.
Basically
You're
what
a
live streamers
puppet.
are.
Doug, so what happened when you and him squared off?
I just went in there to stop it first, you know, because I was kind of in shock. I saw Stu. I saw the punches. It felt like slow motion. I'm looking around. I'm looking at Stu's friends staring at me, not running in. I'm only running in. Somebody fucking pinned Stu after he almost got beat to death. People are so chicken shit that they don't understand violence. They don't understand what's going on. They don't want to partake in anything. They weren't willing to save their friend. They would rather worry about their own image, their self, their match, or this. Sometimes the world stops. Sometimes the world stops. You could go to the store one day, be shopping for fucking groceries, and if you see an old lady get beat up and fucking robbed, you have to do something. Sometimes the world stops. So these fucking people are sitting in the fucking ring watching a man get beat to death that they call the fucking friend. The people in the back are and telling me, hey, can you go out there and make sure nothing bad happens? So now I got all this responsibility. But at the same time, if I'm AJ Mana, if I'm the people that told me to go out there, if that's the person I brought, or I know this whole situation is going on, I'd be right at the ring. If somebody told me that Ian had the possibility of having a fingernail being put out of place because somebody might be a little off in the ring, you think I would take a chance of my friend getting hurt? I'd be in the corner of the ring on the very side in the front row. You couldn't move me from the fucking spot. I'd ruin the whole fucking show. Fuck all of you. That's my friend. That's my family. That's somebody who means more to me than anything in the world. I would never let something fucking touch him. I would die before something hurts my family. And all the people that call him family, where the fuck were they? And then when we're in the fucking ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg, you fucking prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fighting, I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye after we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change your fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck everybody who taught you that.
So after all this happened, as far as the show, like, did the show just continue? Like, how did Stu get out of the ring? I assume it was stopped and paramedics came. Like, what actually happened?
He was given CPR. He was choking on his fucking blood. The paramedics came. I rolled out. Once I realized that my fucking blood was leaking because he caught me right in the fucking goddamn orbital bone, I rolled out the ring to go fucking fight that guy. I said, him, I'm coming. And then everyone's holding me back.
And he had already like ran out of there.
Already gone. And then the only person who fucking met him is a fucking crackhead with fucking face paint who's fucking begging for fucking clout for the fucking internet. Man, fuck that whole fucking night. There couldn't be anything more mismanaged in my fucking life than I saw that night.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding of like how the show went on. Who took him out of the ring, first of all?
Stu left by paramedics in his own blood, choking. A veteran, a war veteran.
Was he stretchered out of the show?
Yes, he was a load and go.
Yeah, he was a veteran too. Wow. Goddamn.
Criteria.
After that, did the show just continue as
No.
if nothing happened?
There was kids crying. There was women and children upset. The little girl, Sophia, in my tag team, she saw
Damn. Said he was a war veteran. Man, that's one of my brothers right there.
the whole fucking thing. And as an adult, that's my job to, is to protect everybody. And I fell really short. I talked to her dad. She said she saw everything. She tried to get out of the car, come back, and see if Stu was going to be okay. And it's fucked up. You have kids at the show, you have families at the show. We're supposed to be here for a good time. And why I keep bringing up that fucking asshole with the stupid cowboy hat? Because you brought somebody that was volatile. You knew he was volatile. You set him up. You had him do your dirty work at a show where everybody's doing this for entertainment. And you wanted to do that? What a fucking...
Well, skip this.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
Fucking prick. Both of those fucking people. Fuck everybody involved with that person. And here's my thing about the Rogers situation. His dad is going to be hurting. His family's going to be hurting because of the trauma with the fucking son doing this shit, the embarrassment, all of that stuff. Right? You have somebody that's unhinged. He needs mental help, but he needs to go to jail as well. You have Stu's family now, which I hold in a way higher regard. The dad's there.
Yeah, that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Rampage Jackson's son almost murdered somebody. Like on TV, national TV, or national streaming platform. So
There, and I couldn't imagine watching somebody I love getting beat to death.
His dad was there?
AJ was talking to his dad from what I hear, so I'm assuming his dad was there and lying to him about what happened. And then, like I said, with Stu's family, now they're wondering if he's going to be normal again. Not just jail. It's not the tragedy of losing my son to jail. Is he going to be able to remember things?
let me open this window. I just switch to AC unit.
Things. Can he walk? Can he talk normal?
What condition is he in right now? Do you know?
From what I hear, he's having a hard time. He has no recollection of what
He was
happened.
in a coma overnight, right?
Yeah, he was induced.
Medically induced.
And he's lost all his teeth at this point, I heard.
Most of them, from what I hear.
He had brain swelling as of last night. It's gone down since then, and reports as of late have said that he's up and alive, but is extremely out of sorts, is having trouble walking, maintaining his balance, and they just took him off a breathing tube.
Look at all of them. They look so freaking mad, bro. They look so bad.
This morning, and would assume they're just keeping an eye on him.
The fucked up part is Stu doesn't want his attention.
And he doesn't remember anything that happened, right?
That's what we were told. Yeah.
He's apologizing to his wife for being in the hospital.
So did the police end up getting involved?
Yeah, no, they were multiple.
Shit, honestly, I don't think this situation has anything to do with race. I just think he had a lot of built up anger in him. He was on You gonna unleash that on anybody. He needs some type of therapy or some shit.
Reports. I talked to the cops. I gave them my information.
At what point did they show up?
15 minutes after the little bitch fled.
Besides taking a report, did anything else come of it?
We're actually being active. This is part of the reason I'm here. I was actually not present for this event. I was at home. I heard about it pretty much just like everybody else until I started communicating with my friends and colleagues at that organization, and they were giving me details. I have actually kind of stepped away from the wrestling world because of personal growing safety concerns and social concerns in terms of my reputation. So I have been slowly distancing myself from this brand because I am not surprised at all that this happened.
You're talking about that school specifically?
Yes, there are some great people in this industry. There are a lot of bad people congregated at this place.
There's great people at that school. I'll put it this way. Rikishi gets the fucking blame because his name is on the school, but that doesn't represent him. It doesn't represent Tomiko. It doesn't represent a lot of people there.
Or Rikishi wasn't even aware of it, right?
No.
He wasn't even in town. He was out of state when
Honestly,
this happened.
he's a beautiful person. I love him, and I love his son, Tomiko.
The most disgusting thing, which is the reason I ultimately decided to be present for this, given that my involvement wasn't direct with the situation that's gone viral, which is a blessing and a curse. Part of me wishes so bad that I was there to assist the situation and help my friend here. The other part of me is glad I wasn't there because there's a good chance I would have gotten locked up that night as well if I was present for what I witnessed on video. But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And fuck you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir. You are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing. Go fuck yourself. And if you continue to be complacent in this investigation and you side with the people who you know are in the wrong, I wish nothing but the worst for you.
Is there anything else, I guess, any inside information that people don't know about yet that they would be interested in?
How many episodes we got?
Talking about this whole situation, of course.
Well, I'm a professional boxer, and I've trained as a professional boxer for many years now. And wrestling was extremely new for me. I didn't watch wrestling growing up. I didn't really understand it. Everything that I learned about wrestling, I learned on site. And it took me a while to really understand this industry. And when you're someone who has seen real violence in your life and experienced real violence, things are very clear what's fake and what's not. And it is apparent that every single person in that ring is an absolute idiot who has never experienced any violence in their life. They should have known from that first slam that this was not a show. This had moved on from being a show. And somehow that individual was allowed to let off 23 punches before Doug here was able to intervene. Not one fucking person did anything. And that behavior...
I mean, you can't really blame people for not doing anything. It happens so fast, like there's no time to react. People in the crowd are thinking, oh, this is a show. This is fake. And then the fact that it happened so quick, what can you do?
Continued when they encouraged every single member of this academy to stay quiet.
I mean, the entire altercation took probably a maximum of 20 seconds.
And not contact the authorities, not respond to the authorities, while simultaneously being extremely excited that this event has landed them 15 minutes of fame. They were encouraging people to repost their brother getting beaten to death and discouraging them from talking to law enforcement to make sure that the proper individuals responsible for this end up in jail.
You knew that person was going to get hurt. You knew something was up. I made eye contact with people from the side of the fucking ring when I was going in. I saw you by the fucking stage. It's not a big fucking room. You could have went around. You could have went through the stage. Well, what the fuck did you do? You watched your fucking friend die. You watched somebody that you call family die. That means nobody is important to you. Not me, not anybody. So if I'm working for you guys and I sell as many tickets as I do and I put all this fucking money, time, and effort into this shit like I fucking do, I'm your number one fucking ticket seller. I bust my...
Let me open this window. It's getting stuffy. One thing about Germany, there's no AC, no vents. There's no air vents. There's no AC.
fucking ass for you fucking guys. That means the minute something bad happens to me, you guys will just watch it happen and you won't do shit.
How long have you been there? 3 years?
3 fucking years.
Stu's been there since day one, and they let that happen.
And
to
he's
him.
a fucking sweet human being.
Yeah, he was there when I was training 11 years ago.
I love you, Stu, and I'm sorry for the drama. And I'm sorry for the people at Knox that don't deserve this.
So, Doug, are you still a part of Knox Pro?
No. What's the point? They would watch me die.
Facts.
How can I trust you with my body? I'm going to let you pick me up for a body slam? I think it's all fun and games. I'm having fun. I think it's fun. I get hit with chairs. I'm laughing with my friends. But if I'm getting hit with chairs, metal fucking chairs, my head's bleeding. I got scars all over my fucking dome from this shit, right? And I'm having fun and I'm thinking, we're all having fun together. But then I realize you're trying to hurt me. And then I'm thinking, maybe, they didn't mean to fucking hurt me. But after this, it's apparent.
It's terrifying. You trust other people in there to do their job properly and to keep you safe. When you're a fighter and you have a fighting background like me, you're taught to keep your hands up. You're taught to protect yourself at all times. It is a rule of fighting. In wrestling, you are not allowed to do that. You have to present your chin. You have to present your neck. You have to present your entire body. And it's always a fear in the back of your head. Is this person going to hurt me? Whether they're not knowledgeable enough, whether they're not experienced enough, should never be a thought in anyone's mind. Was this person sent here to hurt me when I am put in a position where I am literally required to not defend myself because we are putting on a show? This is entertainment. They broke every single fucking rule when they sent that person, when they allowed that person who is a known volatile loose cannon of an individual into that ring. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, and everybody responsible needs to face the consequences.
Yeah, that's, I think this is the craziest thing since like the mass transit incident of something like this happening.
I still can't get over the fact that little Sophia had to see that shit. To know that she was crying, she was hurt. To watch Eli's face, my friend's kid that was there, and to see him, he wasn't crying, but he was confused. He was sad. You could tell it hurt him. And that's a kid that didn't need that hurt. He needs love. He needs community. And we showed him that's how adults act.
So do you guys know if Raja ended up getting arrested?
I don't believe so yet.
Hopefully. What I want.
Once we'll say, I don't know if I said already, this is the person that got in the ring once the incident occurred to stop Rajan from continuing the attack, continuing the assault. He's interviewing with these people.
Want more than anything, go get some fucking mental help. Go get some fucking counseling. Hope your dad fucking sits next to you and get you a hug for once. And stop making fun of you on the fucking internet, because apparently the internet and the fucking opinions on the fucking internet mean more to you than anything else. I don't think your dad's a bad person. I think he's just trying to rib you. He's trying to harden you up. But you're sensitive. You're soft. You think everything is a personal attack. And now look at you.
I mean, yeah, he literally sat there and let the chat rile him up.
He's on video, and this is where he's going to get real fucked, is he's on video as the chat's riling him up. And you can check the clips online. He's saying, yeah, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to hurt him. I'm not going to stop. They told me I could do it. They gave me the green light. This is going to be real. He's premeditating the attempted murder that he is about to commit. And this is, I mean, millions of people have seen this at this point.
It's a fucked up situation. I couldn't imagine being a father and having a son that did something like that. And I couldn't imagine being a father and had a son who had something done to him like that. And I've been telling people even on Reddit, put yourself in everyone else's shoes that was involved. There was kids that were traumatized. This isn't something that you want to sit there and just poke fun at, make fun of. These are people's lives changing, you know? I hope people find a happy medium and realize that this social media shit, like all the clout you want, all this publicity and fame that you want and the attention you're getting, it's not the right way to do it. There's people hurting.
The dog just walking in and out, in and out.
Do we have anything else to add, Tanner?
What do you guys think?
Why don't we pitch the idea? Hey, Rampage, you're getting fucking sued all over the place because you piggyback your fucking son's fucking life. How about this? Why don't we just fucking have a boxing match? Why don't we just fight? You'll probably whoop my ass and I don't give a fuck. You raise money for your fucking son's legal defense and I'll raise money for Stu.
By the way, I'm assuming by the time this video is out, there'll be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
There should be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
So we'll put that.
Nobody donate to anybody that's not directly willing to give all 100% proceeds to Stu with proof. Stu's wife deserves that and Stu deserves that.
Yeah, ultimately, it's a good thing that you were there, because if you weren't, you know, God knows what would have happened.
You would have killed him.
For real. And nobody else was going to step in.
Yeah. And by the way, Raja, that was me who bit you, asshole. I'd do it again too, but this time I'm going to get your nose.
And where could people find you on Instagram?
Just the Epic.
Just the Epic. We're going to pop up a link. Everybody go follow Doug.
Sorry for what happened to everybody that was there. I'm sorry for all the kids that were crying. I'm sorry for the families that are affected. Both parties too. I really sincerely mean it. Both parties. I am sorry. I hope everyone gets their shit together.
Awesome. All right. I guess we're going to leave it at that. And until next time, we're out of here.
Let's see.
Domestos. Unaufhaltsam gegen Viren, Bakterien und schlechte Gerüche.
Welcome to episode 35. This video and also Hype It. YouTube has a new hype feature.
I'm the smartest man in the room.
Doug_Mo.
At Doug the Epic. Oh shit. Oh, my YouTube channel is Doug.
All right. So we are here today to kind of follow up on the whole situation from last week, kind of talk about new updates. So first things first, Raja Jackson has not been arrested yet. And Doug, you've been talking to detectives. So what can you tell us from those conversations that you've had? Any updates? Will Raja Jackson be arrested from what you're hearing?
Yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind. Everything's on tape, on video. It's premeditated. Just LAPD tends to drag their feet. So the detective asked me a bunch of questions. I even asked about my implications, just because it's, you're involved and whatnot. And he goes, no, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you're just trying to get compliance. Everything was towards Raja. He asked a couple other questions about the other videos involved with the people in the back and this and that. Not for implications, just because he's just trying to get information. He's building a solid case. I say a lot. So there's that.
I cut it out, don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, say it as much.
I hate when people do that. I hate when people say, shit's so fucking annoying.
As you want, because
Yeah, perfect. So I talked to a detective friend of mine.
Pause real quick. People, it's rubbing off on me, but people were like, oh.
It's like, can you not think of words like fast enough to complete a sentence or complete a combo? Why do people say all the time? That shit's so freaking annoying.
Why is there so many jump cuts? What did you cut out? Well, it's literally, if you watch Doug's other podcasts, you'll know.
Yeah, that's so good. Doug.
You know how it's Seth freaking Rollins? He should be Doug Malo.
Yeah, I like that. I'm Doug Malo. Yeah, Doug Epic.
All right, this is a serious topic, though.
Okay, yeah. So, it's so good. The detective I talked to outside of the case, just to ask him about formalities, what I should look at, what not to look at. He was saying that this is just how LAPD works. They drag their feet. So they're building the case right now. They get all the evidence. The state's going to pick it up because there's so many people, so many witnesses. Heck, even my little brother saw it. My girlfriend, my mom.
So this is a podcast of basically confirming that the dude is going to get arrested, and the pro wrestler that he beat up is going to sue.
All the kids that saw it, all the people there. So that right there, they have the evidence enough to try the case. And then what they're trying to figure out is what level of premeditation is, from my understanding, is why he's trying to figure out what conversations took.
With John Jackson, he's getting him a minimum of, I would say, probably a minimum of 5 years in prison.
Place, what conversations mean. You know, he was
minimum 5 years in prison.
asking me what specific terms mean exactly, you know, and like what they mean to the person they're telling them to.
Thankfully for live streaming, they have a lot of that to look at.
It's so there, you know, and I don't want to speculate and I don't want to, you know, say anything else because it's all there.
I do want to draw a parallel. There was a situation, I don't know how many wrestling fans are aware of it, earlier this year with this guy named Wes Watson. If you guys watch John Bravo, you know what I'm talking about, where he beat up the 7-foot monster, and he wasn't arrested on the spot. It ended up taking several months for the arrest to happen.
And that was in Florida.
That was in Miami, yeah, where I would assume they get shit done faster than LAPD. So just because it hasn't happened yet, I still expect it to happen, and it sounds like you do as well, talking to the detectives, right?
Yeah.
And another big question that people have is that when you went on TMZ and you did an interview, apparently you switched up a bit and you said that Raja should not be arrested. So were you paid off?
I never said that.
Well, that's what people heard, and they're saying you were paid off by Rampage Jackson. So is that accurate? Were you?
Well, if Rampage, you want to pay me off, I'm open to it. You know what I mean?
What's your price?
Couple million, you know? $1 million. $1 million. All right? I got things to do, you know? It's a lot of gold chains I could buy. No, the point was this. I felt at the time that there was so much going into that this kid's so volatile that he should have never been put in that situation. The guy who brought him there was supposed to be his coach, a mentor. And if I was somebody's coach or a mentor, I would never in my life allow them to be in any type of danger to themselves, to their livelihood, their lives, their family's livelihood. I'm responsible for this person. I'm their coach, right? So what I was saying is that he shouldn't have a max jail sentence over this because there's so many moving pieces involved in this. I have a little bit of compassion, right? He's pushed into this bad situation. He's hyped up. He got all these moving pieces, and nobody wanted to be a freaking adult and just have a better conversation than, you know, what took place. So that's what I was getting at, is not a max sentence, a mandatory mental health evaluation, like a sentence that's substantial, but not overdoing it, with a mandatory of you can't have any type of parole or anything early until you have this mandatory health evaluation and therapy program.
So those were your thoughts when you did the interview. Do you still stand by that?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that he shouldn't be sentenced at all. Like, that never left my mouth. I was saying he shouldn't have this max sentence or this heavy sentence. Like, attempted murder, what's the max on that? Like 15 years?
At least, probably, if not
right?
more.
So, like, he's 25. Like, it's messed up what he did to Stu. It's a serious situation, so he's gonna get what he's gonna get. I'm just saying it shouldn't be throw the whole book at him. Like, let's try to take a look at what happened.
I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, you know, shit gets into legal's hands. There's no such thing as a simple sentence. They're gonna hit you with max punishment every time. Like, there's misdemeanors and people are in jail for years, for 12 months. So assault, premeditated assault, is getting a minimum of 5 years.
And then maximize how much help he can get mentally, plus the sentence. But that has to be in tandem. It's not just go rot in jail, but with mental health and a forced therapy program and benchmarks to get to, then I feel like that's a saving grace. You know what I mean? That's something that I feel like that's an agreeable thing.
So those are your own opinions. Have you talked to Rampage Jackson at all?
No, but if I did, $1 million.
And then you'll change your opinions to Raja doesn't need any jail time.
No, I won't change my opinions.
So what's the million for?
Just because I want $1 million. I just would never change my opinion for money. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I don't know if you guys... I know from a decent source. That there are lawyers involved, but that was on the internet. I think it was X posted it, and then a couple other ones.
But is this confirmed? You know for a fact from your source, right?
That there's lawyers involved.
Is there any idea of who he's suing?
I think their first name starts with an R and their last name's Jackson.
Yeah, we know that there are lawyers involved, so let the process play out, and then we'll know it by ear. But I can say there's a high probability of that.
That's what's gonna happen to Raja?
Yeah.
That literally sounded like a jail door.
Straight to jail.
That's where Raja's going.
There's also one thing that needs to be cleared up from last week's podcast. You were talking about the crackhead with the face paint.
Oh, yes.
And so some people thought you were referring to the guy in the ring who tried to break it up first, when in actuality you were talking about a different person with face paint who cut a promo, a very tasteless promo afterwards.
Yeah, no. Elias, the young 17-year-old who was the first one to make contact with Raja, is 17. He's not a crackhead. He's a brave young man who had the balls to do something he was absolutely terrified of, but still went and did it anyways, and he tried. He's 17. He's not a violent person. He's not a grown man. You know, at that age, he did the best that he could, and I'm glad that nothing bad happened to him. The person I'm referring to has a missing tooth, looks like a crackhead, walks like a crackhead, talks like a crackhead, and cut a promo outside like a crackhead.
So, now that this has happened, you've gotten a lot of positive attention, Doug. What's next for you as far as in wrestling and just in general? What are your plans moving forward?
I don't know now. I want to get to an upper echelon and I want to be somewhere and I don't want to sit here and have to deal with all this drama anymore. I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I say how I feel or I just tell the truth, you know what I mean? I don't know. It gives me a bunch of anxiety dealing with this whole situation. I want to get signed. I want to go somewhere. I'm cool with AEW, MLW, WWE.
My question is, let's say if this guy wasn't there or wasn't at the arena at the time, would he, how many times was he planning on hitting? He hit him 23 times. How many times was he planning on swinging on this guy? No.
Anywhere, right? But all of this shit leaves it up for everyone to speculate on, and the truth always gets buried. You know what I mean? And then years later it might come out and it's oh, that was the truth. They were right. They were this, right? But I feel like right now it's the best thing for me to do is just shut myself in a room and be quiet because this is a lot. I didn't ask for any of this shit. All I did was break up a fucking fight or attempted murder. It's a lot. I put the video out there. I was upset and I just wanted to tell the truth, and I feel like it's turning into everybody just wanting to fucking set shit on fire because they're angry.
Okay, he's kind of dragging it. I mean, I don't think it's attempted murder. The wrestler was a pretty big dude. He's not going to die from 23 hits. Maybe 50 skull crushing blows, but 23 hits. I don't think he's. I don't know, because he was choking. He said the dude was choking on his own blood. So, possibly.
If I don't get fucking signed because I'm telling the truth, then fuck it. Truck driving's a great career for me. You know? But it's just at the same time, I want that thing. I want what I want so bad, but then I also have the problem of disobeying my moral compass, and I can't do that. That's what I'm stressed about, right? That's why I'm sweating right now because that's what I'm thinking about. Is all of this bullshit gonna cost me an opportunity because people.
Yeah, he possibly could have died. That's 23 unguarded hits. most UFC fighters not getting hit 23 times in a match unguarded.